gonna take y'all ass to vote, I don't know what to tell you. The 2016 vice president debate, she was a little bit off the chain. Got a little bit more of substance in this debate. The VPs were on their stuff. They knew it, they were on it, and they did exactly what I expected them to do. They basically flipped the scripts. Donald Trump's running mate, Governor Pence, flipped the script, and he was calm, cool, collected. He was very poised. He looked very presidential. On the other side, we got Hillary Clinton's running mate, VP Kaine, child. She's sitting there and she just attacked him. I said he was a chihuahua, I believe, and he was a chihuahua. He was barking and he was going at it. He was just on it from the get-go. Now, let's start from the beginning. I felt like Governor Pence looked very presidential. From the way he looked at the camera, the way he faced the camera, the way he spoke, and how calm, cool, collected he was. And it's something that's a little bit of a visual thing. I'll be trying to explain it to people because we are very visual people. Even though we try to act like we're not, when he sat there, he was centered. His chest, he had broad shoulders. He just looked presidential. He looked very presidential. He looked like somebody who should be running. And just because he looked presidential doesn't always mean he's presidential. But it's just the way we see things and we perceive, because we might not want to accept it or not, but we are lookers and we pay attention to that. On the other side, Kaine he looked very kind of out there. His voice was all over the place. He stood there. He was slouching a little bit. He wasn't looking in the camera. He was talking to the moderator. I expect them to look at each other, but like, girl, I'm talking to you. I'm speaking to your eyes because you don't scare me. I mean business. Kaine didn't do that. He did not do that. He was not aligned, but he had the substance. Homeboy had the substance. Now, he had the stuff and he was ready. But I'm going to tell y'all what these vice presidents are supposed to do and the reasons why. Well, Donald Trump is doing what a VP would do. Attack the opponent. Attack. Hillary Clinton's not going to do all of this. She can't talk about the messy stuff. She can be a little bit, but she has to seem presidential. The vice president just So that's what Kaine was doing. Now, you expect Governor Pence to do that, but he did not do that because his running mate, which is who's running for the Republican nominee for president, is the attack dog. Like, he says crazy stuff. So Governor Pence had to tone it down and he had to basically take up for his man because he already knew that Kaine was going to hit him on all the stupid that he has said. And I bet you in debate prep, I bet you money, Governor Pence probably had some moments. He said, I can't do this, man, because there is so much stupid that Donald Trump has said. It makes it hard to even try to take up for him. There's no way. You have to be a bigot or ignorant or deaf or dead, okay? Because we all gonna be if this man becomes president. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be a little biased in this. Normally I'm not to a certain extent, but we don't have time to be playing around. We cannot afford for Donald Trump to be president. Now, I do have a little bit of hope for Governor Pence, but at the same time, he scares me, considering the laws and stuff that he had tried to pass in the Hoosier state. Okay, these anti-discriminating ass LGBT laws that the judges and stuff threw out and said that they were unconstitutional and all that type of stuff. Girl, it's a mess. I'm surprised that Kaine didn't talk about that too much in detail. I will say this. The governor was prepared. He was prepared. Governor Pence, he was ready for everything. Like, at the same time, he can be ready, but his responses are always not the best. Like,
I bet you prepared for that one.
He cannot sit up here and say that he agrees with Donald Trump on these issues. And that's where it lies there. I'll tell y'all what these white folks like to do, girl. They act like they ain't did no wrong. Donald Trump has said majority of all this stuff. He said that Putin was a leader. Girl, he said that. I remember when he said that. He did say along the lines that judge is a Mexican. He has said very racist, prejudiced ass shit. He has said it. But all Governor Pence had to do is say, girl, he did not say that. That's why I wish we would kind of reform the presidential debates a little bit and the vice president debates a little bit and have a live fact check. I feel like it needs to be in the 21st century. It needs to be the 22nd century or whatever. We can have pull up the receipts. We shouldn't be waiting the next day. Like, it don't make any sense for this man to be lying in our face. Donald Trump has said all this stuff. I'm gonna tell y'all now, I'm reading stories right now. They were saying the Libertarian, I can't think of his name. His vice president jumped out, or one of them jumped out and said, girl, I'm only worried about attacking Donald Trump. We cannot afford this man as president. We cannot, especially the people of color. We cannot, and the United States of America, no matter how much you hate it, how much you love it, girl, if we have someone like Donald Trump in office, it's going to be a mess. I'm telling y'all now, world leaders are not going to take that type of shit that he's talking. You can go in there and be like you a boss hog and you're gonna talk shit to everybody. You're gonna be fighting everybody. And considering how the budget is with the military and stuff, we can't afford to keep funding this shit. I'm so sick of this question about, is the world a safer place? Girl, the world wasn't a safer place when George Bush took office, okay? The world would never be a safer place, girl. It just is what it is because continue to evolve it. Like the stuff that happened in the 1920s are not happening right now, but it's a different type, it's a different feel, it's a different atmosphere. Things have changed. Like we got terrorists now, girl, we had other dictators and shit trying to take over the world. Like stuff is gonna forever be like that. We cannot afford President Trump. Just can't. We can't. And I know some folks feel some type of way about, you know, Hillary Clinton and all this type of stuff. And I do too. But I think for me, I think what the situation is that we've had a black president for the last 8 years. We have loved, a lot of us are not strong enough to criticize him on some of the things and mistakes that he has made. We have 8 years of a black president, the first black president. So when we get another president, we're not gonna like them. Of course we're not. We're not gonna like them. We just not gonna like, girl. It's the general managers and folks that I used to work with, girl. I love them, hate them. It is what it is, girl. We ain't gonna agree on everything, honey. Y'all don't even agree with y'all damn husbands on everything. It's just the world don't work like that. That's why you take your ass and you vote for these people that in your district. You vote for these senators. You vote these people in office, and you vote for your governor. You do the work from the lower level, and we can't sit up here and waste our time because some of y'all ask this little prayer and say,
I'm not voting for neither one. I'm voting for third party.
You're wasting your damn vote. I'm gonna tell you that. If these third party presidential nominees don't have the people at the local legislative level to be able to get some of this shit passed, get some of this work done, there's no point of them being president or vice president or anything. You cannot sit up here and put somebody at the top and you ain't got nobody in the bottom. Girl, you can't. Then you start off smaller. Like these libertarians or whatever, these third party candidates, girl, they're cute. But they need to do the groundwork first on the smaller level before they come to the big level. And it can. We've had some stuff change in the back if you do your history a little bit, you know, but girl, it's gonna take a little bit more than just trying to get a president, and it's just not what it is. And I feel like for me, I feel like it's a waste of space and it's a waste of votes. We got on the subject of community policing, and I'm glad that the Black Lives Matter Coalition or whatever they call themselves this week have made this so important. I'm glad that they have brought this to the forefront because they're talking about it in the debates, and that means a lot. So for this conversation, it's needed because I need to hear both of their part, and I'm just not surprised at the answers that we got. Donald Trump and Governor Pence just believe in more law and order. I'm gonna tell you something, that word is not going to resonate well with people of color who have experienced discrimination and prejudice type behavior with police officers. It's just not. More law and order, no, it's not going to happen. Kane had the perfect response. He said, we cannot over militarize our police departments. We can't do that, and it's not working. It's not efficient, girl. This ain't the Hunger Games. Like, girl, we ain't doing that. Like, why are y'all doing this? What pisses me off is that, you know, the Republicans always trying to say we're not here for the blue lives, we don't care about police officers. Let me tell y'all something. Police officers are doctors, okay? If they make mistakes, they got to be held responsible for it. There's no way that a doctor sit up here and misdiagnose someone or do something they weren't supposed to, girl, they're going to get a lawsuit and something's going to happen. A police officer is a surgeon, if you want to believe it or not. He is responsible for someone's life and someone's well-being. When he pulls out his gun, he feels threatened, he or she feels threatened enough to not disarm. When they pull out that gun and they aim it on someone and they feel threatened, that's when they become the doctor. When they need to get the proper experience and the type of, you need to go through all the steps to become a police officer and a member of law enforcement. It just is what it is. And I just don't understand what the problem is, why we can't have a conversation. We have a conversation about it with the police officer, Blue Lives Matter folks. It's like talking to your spouse about something that they don't want to fix, they don't want to work on. Girl, we need to break up then. Okay, you came into this marriage voluntarily. So girl, I'm gonna need you to go away from me with this bullshit. I don't understand how every time we talk about police officers need better training and it's not just the training, it's the mindset. Because some of them got good training, girl. Some of them folks can shoot a cap off of a damn Coca-Cola bottle. But what that is their mindset, and they feel threatened around people who do not look like them. And considering that white people are the majority, it's majority they ass on the police departments and most police departments in the goddamn city. And put it even there, they be policing poor neighborhoods. So they be looking like, girl, they disgusted by some of this stuff. I'm gonna tell you what it is. Anytime a person of color feels like they got to drive safely in certain parts of the city or towns and stuff, there is a problem that people do not want to address. And that's the issue. So I can never vote for someone like Donald Trump. I can't do it. I just won't do it. I will not do it. I just won't do it. Because if he's in here thinks like that, it's gonna be a mess. It's gonna be a mess. I'm gonna give both of them some pointers. Starting with Tim Kaine. I felt like Tim Kaine could have looked a little bit more presidential. They kind of tied a little bit. 42% of people poll believe, 42% of the people in the CNN poll believe that Tim Kaine won, and 48% believe that Governor Pence won. I believe the only reason why Governor Pence won this debate when people are polling because Tim Kaine kept cutting him off in the middle of everything. He just kept cutting him off and kept talking over him, and people don't like that. Now, when it came to substance, Tim, you had it. You had the substance, you had everything, and you were prepared. You were prepared, but girl, you were just attacking. And I probably think that's what the Clinton people told him to attack. All that Hillary got all this shit. We got this. We got your back. Just go after him. But girl, then when he started talking about them taxes, let me tell you something. Tim Kaine had so many zingers, and Mike Pence was just sweating, and you could not see it though. But I know she was shaking in her damn white supremacist ass boots. I know she was shaking in her boots. She was built like Ann. She was trying to be the sheriff in town, but she was prepared. Governor Pence was prepared for that because he knew he was going into a rock fight. And girl, she got no weapons. She didn't have anything. She didn't have anything but her poise and her white supremacist ass face. Okay. And just everything, the shoulder lean, she had everything. She was just prepared. So, Governor Pence, I felt like you did a really good job remaining cool, but to be honest, I don't feel like the bar was set high for you anyway, because all you had to do is not do what your running mate does. All you had to do is do the complete opposite of what your running mate did, and that's just to sit, be quiet. But you already a seasoned politician anyway, so you know how this works. You know what gives you points and stuff, but when it comes to substance, you had none of it. You just lied you just lied everywhere. You lied like a $3 rug from Walmart. You just did not want to tell the truth, and I cannot take a liar like that and lie that many times. You just kept lying and act like you did not know about these certain situations. You knew that Donald Trump said some of these things, but you act like you didn't know about it. That's a problem for me. But you know what? I believe that Governor Pence knows what the tea is. Governor Pence knows if he loses this, he's gonna have a good chance of running in the next election. I'm telling y'all now, the man has it when it comes down to it. He has the look, he has the credentials, he has it. When they spoke on foreign policy, this is the most substantive debate I've seen so far out of all of them, especially Republican ones, because they actually talked about issues and stuff for real. So I was here for it, girl. It was moving so fast, I couldn't even keep up sometimes. Like, I know a little something, but when it comes to foreign policy, girl, I be a little shaken sometimes. Now, I did go to Miss Iraq, honey. I'm gonna tell you that Miss Iraq she was laying in shambles. I keep saying that the world is not safer than it was 8 years ago. Girl, somebody flew a plane inside of two towers and the Pentagon and almost got to the White House, but the Republican president was in office. So what are y'all saying, girl? The world just won't be safe, period. Like, we'll always be at war doing something, girl. It's gonna always be something. But I enjoyed this debate. It gave me what I needed. As far as reality shows, I would feel like the Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton debate was very reality TV wise. This one's giving me some C-SPAN teas, and they just talk. Now, Tim Kaine, I don't think we're doing any more VP debates, but Tim Kaine, you were just talking over. You didn't give a damn. You just did what you was told to do, and you went in. And girl, you got everybody talking about Donald Trump and his taxes, so I appreciate that. That's all I got. Y'all tell me what y'all thought about the debate, and make sure you are registered to vote, and make sure you are ready to vote, and make sure you got your state ID. Make sure you know all the stuff that you need, because when you get prepared, girl, vote early, do what you need to do. I'm already registered in the state of Georgia to vote, girl. I will be voting early, honey, because I don't do no lines and stuff. No lines, no waiting, okay? So make sure y'all are voting, and you're making sure your voice is heard, and that's all I got. Tell me what y'all thought about it, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.